Hello, everybody. Boz is back with Kay, and hopefully soon Mike will be joining us too.
Everybody,
So
let's
yeah,
dance now.
we'll be discussing, as it says, love versus lust. But before we get to that, first we're gonna wait for Mike to appear. Hopefully, it won't be very late. I gave him the link, so he should be here soon. Okay, let's see who is in the chat. Mr. Sticks. That's not. No, it's not really. Hey,
But
I am. Hey,
I hear
Francisco.
real.
Oh, okay. Give me a second. Yeah, sure, Mike. No problem.
It's none of
Hey,
our
David.
real faces. It's AI.
Good evening, Mr. Smelly. How are you doing? Really looking forward to this. Hey, Yoshi. There he is. My good buddy. How are you? That's a really cute picture, even cuter than the one you had. Hey, ¿cómo estás? Yo estoy bien. Yeah. Francisco taught me a little Spanish. Hey, Yoshi. What a cute picture. Where does she go now? She'll be back soon. Hello, Captain. So it's gonna be like, you're gonna talk about a little about our own experience, and okay, here's Kay again, and a little bit about the topic in general. Share our opinions and all that. All right, here comes Mike too. Hey, Mike, welcome.
Can you hear me, boss?
How's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me,
Yes,
man?
I can.
How's the audio sound?
Yep.
Good. Did you like our thumbnail?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it. It was cool.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm still figuring out my settings.
Yeah.
Give me just a sec. Where'd you find that
Well,
picture?
I'm really happy you could.
I had to go
looks
through your
exactly like what I'm wearing right now.
Instagram. I went through your Instagram and I found one of you going like "hey" or something with fragrances, and I cropped it. And I'm like,
Nice.
and then I sent some to Boz of you guys hugging.
Oh, well played. We looked like a big happy family in that thumbnail.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was one.
Yeah.
I sent Boz today of Boz and Mr. Clean boxing.
Oh, nice.
Thanks.
Yeah, I've been tinkering around with doing the same.
Don't mention that one. Oh, Andy, hey, buddy.
Sweet. So are you opening the panel up, or is it just gonna be us three, or what's your idea?
Yeah. Well, my idea, maybe we could start like talking about our own experiences with this first. Well, for me, when it comes to lust, I'm pretty, weak on that subject. When it comes to love, I know quite a lot. Yeah. So, maybe who would like to start first to sharing their experiences?
All right, so I'm not going to take over the stream, obviously. So I guess we should frame it first, right? Like, so are we talking about like love and lust in terms of like people and relationships, or just like in general, like life?
Well, both. We can be a little bit, flexible there, but I thought we could start about talking about a little about why. Because I was inspired to do this. First, I did a video. You may have seen that, because by Mr. Cuddles, he was talking about how he thought on his own stream that love is stronger than lust, and that made me think about this. Why for some people it can be, yes, I think, but why? That is a good question. And I think very often people have been disappointed by love, especially bad love. Let's put it that way. They start to gravitate more towards lust than I think love.
Yeah, I think love and lust are kind of interchangeably woven in a sense, because okay, you're not going to fall in love immediately with somebody. There's that physiological attraction you have to somebody, which is in many ways, for the most part, lust. It's that physical attraction. It's what you do from there, right? That kind of takes it that step further, because if you're just someone that's chasing lust all the time, you're kind of just like a hedonist, chasing like bodily, pleasures. If that's like your driving factor, I don't think that's going to equate to any prolonged, fulfillment. Maybe it might make you happy in the moment, but even happiness is a fleeting emotion. What you want is to be fulfilled. I'm obviously, for the sake of this panel, more inclined towards believing love is a lot stronger than lust.
Yes, I think love lasts longer also because once you start to age and start to lose your also your sex drive goes down, and usually start to lose your looks, and then it can be hard to live on lust with that way, I think. And so love is what remains, of course. Then love becomes everything. I think when we are young, I think we very often don't really appreciate love enough. Most people.
Yeah, and I mean every relation. Go ahead.
Especially in our teens, it's all about getting laid and yeah. And
I've had quite a few relationships where it was just, well, one specifically comes to mind where it was just a lust-driven relationship, and it was the absolute worst period of my life. Ultimately, like I don't regret it because I learned a lot. Most of it, what I don't want in a person, but yeah, I don't think it was very fulfilling. Lust tends to just take, whereas love tends to give. So I think lust in a lot of cases is pretty selfish and is actually an addiction. People can be, like if you just even think about not even a person, but like just pornography, like people can be addicted to pornography, the lust of it. And quite frankly, it'll leave you feeling like ashamed of yourself most of the time. Whereas if you're in a loving relationship, you are going to feel fulfilled.
That's the thing, yeah. The excitement, especially if you are cheating, let's say, in a marriage or relationship, the excitement before it happens in a while, it's happening strong, but the afterwards you are left with a strong feeling of shame and regret very often. So that can also make, I think, many people give up this kind of infidelity eventually because they cannot really take all this shame and guilt. And yes.
Yeah, lust is a reaction in a sense, but again, for the most part, it is going to be that initial stage of attraction. Like when you first meet somebody, there's something physiological there. It increases all those, dopamine hormones.
Yeah.
But over time, that is like the lust portion of a relationship does dwindle down. That's just the natural order of things as you progress into a loving relationship. I think reality starts to set in. Those things that you didn't care about, like when you were like lusting over someone, effectively obsessed over somebody, you had like blinders on, and not you, but just in general, everybody, and you don't see the things that later on downstream really piss you off. It's like that person, chews with their mouth open, or they snore, or they don't put their dishes up, or they do a whole bunch of things. But when you're in love with somebody, it creates oxytocin, which is like the exact opposite of lust, effectively. At least, You know, that's my understanding of it. So I don't know. I think it's better to be grounded in reality than just chasing like a dopamine high. It's the same dopamine you would get from like doom scrolling on your phone.
I remember I watched John Lennon once on TV talk about it. He said like, when I'm in love with someone, I don't really feel like having sex with them. And he said like, the best sex was with people I didn't love, and the best love I had was with some of the people I didn't have sex with, actually. So
Oh
that's
no,
interesting.
I'm a red-blooded male. If I don't get some men after about that 3-4 day mark, I start turning into a Neanderthal. Like for real. But
Yeah.
sometimes like life just doesn't work like that. You're just busy, you know what I mean? So you're like, all right, well, you know, you're too tired by the end of the day. So it's like even if you had that moment, it's like whatever.
Yeah, this is a very central question also, though. Can love exist without physical attraction? That's hard, yes.
Of course.
I'm very like skeptical there. I don't think so. If you gotta feel something also physical connection, you know, like chemistry, and definitely yes.
But love is broader than
So
just, you know, relationships. You have the love of a mother for their children, unconditional love type. You know, you have from a spiritual level, you know, not to get too deep with y'all, you know, the love of a father towards his children. So love in some cases is unconditional, you know. Again, the love of a parent for the most part is going to be unconditional. You can be disappointed with your children, but you still love them even if you don't even like them in the moment, you know.
yeah, romantic love needs attraction. That's a more specific kind of breakdown. That's true. Yes.
What does Kay think about all this?
Kay, care to weigh in here, Kay? What do you think about this?
I feel like you can be with someone for a very long time, and if they lose that certain amount of trust with you, and then you one day decide, hey, you flip like a switch flips in your head, hey, this isn't right, blah blah blah. It's like you see a whole different side of a person, and the love that you once had, it all of a sudden it's gone, and I don't know what I'm getting at. I'm sorry. I was in a very bad relationship for a really long time. I haven't had a lot of boyfriends. I had one very long relationship and marriage. So
I think there are some cultural differences when it comes to like when you were dating someone. That was when I had problems with. Like where I come from, it's very common to like profess love after you start dating a girl. Like, I mean, if you really like her, I mean, if you are in love with her. But like in the many Western countries, like you are not supposed to say to a girl, "I love you," too early. Like that's considered, I don't know, too intense.
I get told it really quick, and it makes me like, I don't think so. I just don't want to date anybody, and I just I like my kids. Like he said, they give you this fulfilling type of love you can't find anywhere else. It's unconditional and perfect, and that's all I need right now. I'm still young, so I have time.
In love, I feel like the West, you're talking about the West, it's very romanticized, almost diluted. It's like they're this illusion because all you see is, you know, the happy ending, the kiss at the end of the movie, and then they walk off into the sunset, but they don't talk about, you know, 6 months later, you know, when he's like cheating on her, he's, you know, he caught her, you know what I mean, sending, you know, like messages to somebody, or like the actual hard stuff, or somebody loses their job, or, you know, the bills are overdue, or you don't have any time to go out on dates, or you're just too tired, or you know, you live in a dual income house and you're expecting the female to do like even more than half because of traditional roles. Like there's a lot of variables there. So love takes a lot of work. And I'm sitting here on this side of things like, oh yeah, I'm on the side of love. But if something happened and my wife cheated on me and I had to get a divorce, I'm pretty sure I'd be on the other side of things. Like, screw that, because I can't imagine at my age pouring so much time into somebody, so much energy into somebody, letting them know all my vulnerables, caring enough to know all their vulnerable stuff, like coming to compromise and working together. It takes a lot of work, and I don't know if it wasn't going to work out for me, if I would do it over again, you know?
Like, I never really I never lived with another woman or anything. We're never married, so I don't know about it. But of course, life's reality, when it kicks in, it is hard. And also, I think the strain of keeping it all going, even a serious relationship can put a strain, of course, on people, you know. And sometimes the lust can be like a sort of a relief, you know, because they are trying to look for a an affair without any attachment or commitment, and that can be a great relief sometimes for
the
people.
DDLD is in the chat. Read it.
I don't think that's a real one.
That's not him.
Oh,
Nah, it's a burner.
Yeah.
So
I don't think DDLD would come in that hot.
Yeah, no. And so when it comes to that, I know when I was like around 39, I think I had been disappointed by several unsuccessful attempts at having a relationship, and then I started to focus more on the lust side for a while. Yeah, I remember that. You know, and so that can also happen when you have been disappointed and hurt. Then you are just, no, I don't need love anymore. I just want to satisfy my desires and urges.
Don't get me wrong.
Now he's good.
It's my internet's acting up and you froze and he froze, so that's why I had to come in and out. But I was gonna say, once you get hurt so badly, it's like it's like grieving. The process of being so badly hurt is almost like grieving someone dying. It's horrible. It's a horrible feeling inside, and it's like you feel like an ugly piece of shit. And so, in order to feel better, you go and you do the same. You go and you cheat back because you feel like an ugly piece of shit, and you want to try to feel better. You're like, yeah.
You feel unwanted. You want to feel wanted, so you go out and just get to someone.
Like you want attention from people.
But that is lust. But that's lust. That's why I didn't agree with Christine in terms of just like it being transactional. I don't think that is real love. That's a self-serving, which is centered around what somebody can give you, whereas real love is sacrificing my my afternoon, my Sunday, when I only have 2 days off, to dust my entire room because my wife can't sleep at night in the room. You know, it's of giving of yourself. You know, love languages, acts of service, those type of things. It's a sacrifice. Love is a commitment. It's a sacrifice. It's a giving up of what you want, essentially, which a lot of people aren't willing to do. People are inherently selfish. They want what they want. And if they don't get it, then they go find what they need. You know, that's why people cheat. They're not getting their emotional needs met right away. So they'll go. Women, they know that if that guy does not give them what they want right there, they could reach out to another man and get that validation immediately.
It's so easy. Oh my God. And men are such simps. They like, I swear I can go out on any social media. I can pick up someone in 5 minutes.
Correct. Women can get validation right away. So that is love on the opposite end, that women knowing that they sacrifice that in the hopes that their husband will provide them that validation, you know? So, I mean, love's not easy, man. Love's not easy. There's no perfect marriage. I've told you, you know, things behind
your wife's hot, by the way. When I was scrolling through the pictures, I was like, damn, Mike's a hot one.
Thanks. I appreciate it. Well, you know, it really, you know, I think I'm a, you know, fairly okay looking guy. I'm very driven, you know. I think I can articulate myself well. So I think you put it all together, you know, it kind of works. But a good woman can build you up, and a bad woman can absolutely tear you down. And I know that for a fact, because before I dated my wife, I dated a chick from the strip club, and it was the absolute worst experience of my life. You know, it was fun when it lasted, but the second it gets from that hedonistic, lustful thing to try to like do something more serious, it was an absolute nightmare. Turns out she was a narcissist. She took the mask off, and it was absolutely the worst. I didn't even know what a narcissist was at that point in time in my life. And I was like, who the hell is this person that I just moved in with? You know? Yeah, it was an absolute terrible experience, and something I learned from as well.
Yeah, and you're looking for something more, but
then they treat anyone else. Like everyone's like at my hairdresser, who I had the same hairdresser as my ex, and so I'm like, go in there, and she's like, he's such a gentle giant, and I'm just biting my tongue like, sure, Jan, sure.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you're saying, because they put on this act to what they want to be to everyone else, almost as if they're like rubbing it in your face that, like, you know what I mean? Like,
if my therapist hates you, then you're probably a bad person.
You are muted, Mike. You think you muted yourself.
He frozen?
He doesn't hear me. Oh. Muted. Yeah.
I'm having some microphone issues, just a heads up.
Okay. No. As I said in that video, that sometimes when a woman isn't happy, especially it goes for relationships, not as much marriage, but then they start looking for other potential, let's say, candidates, and they are not happy with one guy, and that's when cheating also occurs, of course. And but they are not yet sure if they want to get out of that relationship or even marriage before they are certain they have found the right replacement. I think that happens too sometimes.
Yeah.
So
or
it's like
you're with somebody that makes a lot of money and then sacrifice.
Kevin, hey, what's up? Oh, there it goes again.
Reporting to the BBC, reporting for service, BBC, and it's that's interesting.
So sometimes when if you love someone and they really disappoint you, and it feels terrible, of course, and then you want to do something to get back at them in a way, like to hurt them maybe, and then you also go like and cheat with someone. Who is this? Fragrance Time 3000. Right, Mike is back.
Hey, sorry about that. So I changed the settings on my actual Mac this time. So I think it was trying to revert, but I think when I switched it on my actual Mac, I got a new MacBook, so I'm still trying to figure out the settings.
Oh,
you have to hear. Oh, that's personal. Never mind. I was gonna say your promotion.
Was this a burner for the burner? Money burner? Oh, this is too much.
Is there a burner for money burner? What's the name of the burner?
Money Burner 04 versus Money Burner 05.
Oh.
But only one has a wrench. Thank goodness I gave him a wrench.
There's like this troll that keeps calling him bipolar.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Fragrance enthusiast.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Namino.
Well, we're gonna have like an open panel a little bit later.
We're here and we're queer, Money Burner.
Everybody wanna hop on, share their own experiences.
What did I teach you today? What did I teach you to tell everybody? Hop on this.
So what I think more people are inclined to say love is more powerful than lust.
Yes.
But lust is an incredibly strong force, correct? I think that's the general consensus.
It's a strong temporary force.
Yeah. Love makes you forgive, love makes you ignore shortcomings of that person you love, of course. And lust is a very selfish feeling, and it doesn't last so long, of course. And because everything is about the physical there and not the emotional, of course, it's a very shallow feeling, shallow.
But
thing.
lust is important though. Like it's not it's like a gun. It's neither good nor bad. It's like what you do with it. It's a tool, because again, every relationship in the beginning, your initial attraction is going to be lust. You don't automatically love somebody that you know literally nothing about. It's that physical attraction of lust.
It's like, I want to see more about.
Yeah, it's like, oh, she has a nice ass, or she looks pretty, or, you know what I mean? I like how she carries herself in public. It's just regular things.
I like his tattoos or his beard.
Yeah.
It is natural to feel like you may be married or in a committed relationship, you love her, of course, but then you meet a woman, of course, who looks good, and of course you feel it. You cannot, you are a living, or you are just flesh and blood. So, but it's just about not taking it any further than that. Like, maybe you get some fantasies about the woman, and that's all.
But again, the fantasies, and not to get too crazy, but the fantasies, even in a marriage, because again, the lust is going to start to taper down as you begin a loving marriage. But women want excitement. Like, women hate being bored, man. So you have to kind of throw that lust in there to mix it up. You got to, you know what I mean? You got to have, she wants to put on the outfits, you know what I mean? You got to do the role playing. You got to do all that, lustful stuff. It keeps the marriage healthy. You just can't give in to it to where it's your driving force, because it can be an addiction. You get that dopamine and you want more and more of it. But if you're living for that to be your first, fulfillment, it's not going to be healthy, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what was I? Well, I was going to use this example of people I know, but like, it doesn't really equate well enough to. Sometimes it can be also because one of the people are too dominant in a marriage. Let's say husband or wife, and it's it's not just then. Cheating is about control, being in control, not just about lust, but also that is connected, of course, to the excitement, and definitely arousal, feeling of being in control. Simply, I think when you don't have a control in a marriage or a serious relationship, it makes you feel, weak, and simply you don't feel good simply about yourself.
Yeah.
So sometimes people can cheat because of that too, I think. So now this is a lot about cheating, but it is very connected. Love versus lust is always about, whether love prevails or lust prevails. So sometimes I think eventually love will most often prevail, in the end, but not always, of course.
Do you think you can have a loving relationship if you're in an open relationship with somebody? Like an open relationship?
That is...
Especially if the open relationship is like the openness is related to the other person's job, because there's people in the porn industry, in the cam industry, in the escort industry.
Christine said people cheat to feel validated or when they are not good at breaking. That too. But
Christine's right.
Validation, very important motive there. Like their husband, let's say husband doesn't notice her enough anymore, and he has always got something better to do, and of course, she wants to be noticed. She wants to be prioritized. So she finds someone who can give her that.
As someone who has cheated before, and as someone who has been cheated on, it's a shitty feeling, and it usually comes from a selfish place. Like, it's just better just to end it with somebody than to drag them on, your bullshit.
Or if it's one of those relationships that transcends love to where you're familial, like you are intertwined with their family and like baby mama or, baby daddy, whatever those terms are. Then I feel like, I lost my train of thought because I was thinking about baby daddy, baby mama. I never say those words, but a lot of people use that, and I'm like, my kids probably.
You were cooking for a second.
Yeah, and then I forget. See, that's why I need to stop smoking weed. See, if anybody, this is to tell you guys, do not smoke weed. This is what happens.
Yeah, you were cooking for a second. Yeah, no, if I can build off, I don't know if this is where Kay was going, but I take my vows seriously. And it's like when you're over a decade of history with somebody, like, for better or for worse, it's easy to say, hey, like, I'll take my when it good, but when it's bad, it's a lot of people, it's easy for them to throw in the towel than to put in the hard work. But there is, like Kay said, a lot to consider because you have now intertwined families. You have young nieces and nephews that are calling, like, people on my wife's side that are calling me uncle, people on my family side that are calling her aunt. It affects a lot more people. So
that's why before you end a relationship, I remember my thought, sorry to interrupt, but opening a relationship up, offer to open it up for one of the partners if that's what's needed and see what happens, or bring in a third. It usually works with like a man and two women, and the women have to be bisexual.
Yeah, me personally, I could never have a relationship. Like, I don't judge people like for what they do. Like, I genuinely don't, but I would never have an open relationship. I've never seen an open relationship end well.
I've had open relationships.
Yeah, I don't think I could do it. I don't think I would be able because, just knowing that my wife let's say open marriage, might be hooking up with someone else whenever she's not there. I don't think I could take that thought. I mean, and even though it's just not for me. I'm like, I applaud people who can take it. I mean, even if I am kind of hooking up with someone else, it would just feel weird. It wouldn't feel like a real marriage to me. But sometimes maybe some people do it to save their marriage if it has become very boring and stale. And
to like keep the kids a happy environment and the family stable. And some people do it for financial reasons because, hey, it's cheaper to keep her.
Yeah, then it's all right. I say, all right, go ahead. Like if we are both gonna, be with other people, then it's an all-win situation, as they call it in Norway. So
yeah.
How strong a relationship, live far from family. Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Like, people work abroad, and like back in where I come from, there have been instances of them coming home after a year or two, and their wife is not theirs anymore, to put it away.
Oh no!
We've made the case for lust. Yeah, definitely. Well, lust can be destructive.
Yeah, I think we all voted for love personally.
Yeah. I'm not against lust. I just think that it shouldn't be the driving force.
Yeah. Listen, some people don't function in a serious relationship, and then of course they're gonna focus on just physical relationships. So that's all right because they're not gonna mess up more people, because if they try to get in a serious relationship and they know they are not good, they are not made for it, so it's better they give up, and not make more people miserable, simply instead just focus on the physical attraction. And yeah, so, and that's all I have to say in favor of lust anyway. Yeah.
So is Christine asexual? Does she not? Because I know she does not seem very pro love, but I don't know if that means that pro lust. I mean, some people, they just, they've given up on any type of the idea of any sort of companionship from another person, which I get it. Like I stated, like I don't know if I would put a lot of energy in another woman if me and my wife. Okay, she loves me. Okay. I just wanted to clarify, because I got the impression she's not really in a relationship.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think we pretty much, yeah.
What about you, Bob? You gonna be looking for love in 2026?
Yeah, I mean that's the idea, but I'm not pessimistic, but I don't want to be too optimistic either to get too disappointed later on if I don't find it. And but you gotta try. The thing is, lately, last few years, I haven't been trying. I gotta admit, I haven't tried ever since COVID, something like that. Yeah.
Can I show him the picture that I made of you and him?
Of me and Boss?
Yeah.
But I look shorter. I'm not. How tall are you, Mike?
I'm not as tall, bro.
Yeah, like 5'10" or something. I'm 6 feet, so I gotta be taller.
Yeah, I'm not 6. Yeah. I like that one too.
You only have to be lucky in love once. Yeah, that's true. Toxic as fuck.
Every relationship's gonna be a failure till your last one.
What is that? Oh.
That was a tears, but
I mean, for me, love has been always a driving force, and I feel like life without romantic love also is a sad life, really. Yeah, but some people accept that after they have been through different relationships. None of them worked in the end. So I see that more and more on social media, like not like younger women like saying they are happy being alone, living by themselves and all that, and not just women, but now it's yeah. Go ahead.
I enjoyed living by myself. Like when I lived by myself, the way I explained people, 80% of the time it was amazing. 20% of the time it was like crippling depression, but and that tend to drag. But most of the time, man, it was very fulfilling, having complete independence. Everything was in its right place. If anything was out of place, it was because I did it. Like my place was always clean, and effectively when you're living a bachelor lifestyle, it's kind of like, it feels good. You're paying all your own bills. You're doing everything out on your own. And it kind of makes you attractive to the opposite sex when you have all your shit together. But I find it way more fulfilling to be married, to be honest.
What do you think about younger people turning away from dating, man? Especially, apparently, yeah.
This is going on in my house right now. Serious, bro. My son is so apathetic.
It is symptomatic of this time, I think, when there's too much. I think the bar is set too high, even maybe, yeah. Like people expect too much, I think, out of love and romantic relationships, and but also with the whole thing on the internet, they can create that kind of artificial love almost. I don't know. There is so much. It's hard really to talk about it, but yeah, there's a lot of. I don't like where this is going. Yeah,
Can I give you my?
Yeah, it's taking an unnatural direction, I feel. Yes.
I think online dating has absolutely ruined things. I think, and not to
Yes.
be hateful towards, but as Kate, there are a bunch of weak men that will send validation to women constantly, which has created an unrealistic standard for women. You have women that are like, out of 1 out of 10, these women, when they're naked and without any makeup on, they're 5s and 6s, bro. They're not 9s and 10s, but they're acting like 9s and 10s, and they're morally bankrupt. And they're using guys. They'll literally put them on their phone as food, electrician.
Oh yeah.
Mechanic. Like they use men like for things, as things to
Yeah.
be.
But men like tend to offer us money for things. Like they're like, I'll give you $300 to go on a date with me, or I'll give you 2,000 for yada yada yada.
Because men are weak, and they have women that are like, okay, well, I'm not gonna work. I'll just sell feet pics, or I'll show my titties on. And so now they're making a little money. So now they think they're hot shit, and fall into the trap, because again, it falls on men. Like we're weak. Men are weak, bro. Simple creature. So
men are weak.
Yeah,
yes.
I can see it. That's what I'm telling my son, because he wants a girlfriend, and I tell him, like, listen, man, like, are you even in the right place if a girl was to come to say that she wanted to be your girlfriend right now? Are you even prepared to receive that? Are you doing the work internally? That's why I tell him. I don't make him go to the gym with me, but I ask him if he wants to come. I make him come sometimes, because it's like, it's time to get out of the house, man. But I'm like, listen, man, you can't complain about being depressed. Like you can acknowledge that feeling that you're having, but you can't live in that space, because I'm not going to feel sorry for you. That's the thing. That's why it's called a pity party. You want to drag everybody else down. I was like, yeah, like pick up your head, like either, and again, spiritual stuff. I was like, bro, read a self-help book, read the Bible, like have a gratitude journal, go work out, go walk the dog. Like you're old enough to read, like do something about it. Like you have to better yourself. You want good things in life. You can't just like sit around and waste away and expect good things to come to you. So it starts, in my opinion.
Dating apps make it easy for people to be fussy. Yeah, swipe next. Yeah, the thing you said, yeah, like about women being 5s, but acting like they're other. Yeah, I gotta admit, often now it's been a while since I've been on a dating site or app, but when I would go in there and I would see the selection, I don't want to be cruel or anything, but yeah, I would just think, is this all? Like, it's hard. It was really hard to find. And if you found a good looking girl there, it was like, no way you have a chance, with her. And that's just my experience, I would try like to talk to them, but yeah, no,
you almost have just that. Do it in real life, because men aren't approaching women nowadays. So again, it's just maybe it is just a numbers game. Who knows? But like, I would hate to be back out into the dating field. But if I was to be back out in the dating field, have more better luck if you were like at a social function or at a work event with friends and you saw somebody, or gym, or just random places, versus spending all your time trying to sink line and hooker somebody online.
On a scale, I don't know, 2 to 3. I don't really look that much like Tom Hardy, and I don't feel like he looks that good, so I don't. Anyway, dating apps have massively distorted it. Yeah, yes, they have just made turn it all. I didn't like the feeling when I first got there, and they had these. You had to rate yourself in bed. I'm like, hello. Hello.
What'd you rate yourself, boss?
I was very modest. I put a 5 from 1 to 10. But I don't think anybody else does. Everybody's a 10, or 9 or something. That was, oh my God. And I'm like, what's this? This is a flesh trade. That's how it feels like, So in the end, I was like, no, I don't need this. I'd rather be alone for the rest of my life. And
I tell you what, man, I got catfished one time on a dating app, and I was still pretty new. Like, dating apps were pretty new at the time, and so what I would do is I would just, to be honest, is how I do. I wouldn't even look at it. I would just swipe right until I swipe right anymore. Cast the net, see what I can see, and then this one girl reached out, and I mean, she didn't look ugly. She didn't look great. I mean, she was probably like a 6.5, maybe. And she agreed that she was going to drive like an hour and a half to come see me. And I didn't tell her, it was not my house, obviously. It was at an apartment. And I told her that I lived in a different building. That way I could see the way she looked when she got out of the car. And bro, when she got out of the car, like, again, not hating the women, bro. She looked like Quasimodo. It was bad, bro. It was yeah. And so I just walked up to her.
Yeah.
I was like, good job, congratulations.
Because
and I had her leave, bro. I had her leave, and I waited till she pulled out of that place so she didn't know what building I lived in. It was rough. And at that point I was like, there's no way I'm not gonna FaceTime anybody in the future before I meet them and see what they look like without a filter on.
Because the hottest women they don't stay there for long because they get taken right away. Like, very, very fast they find someone, of course, on those apps, and they are gone, man. At least for a couple of years until they eventually break up. So,
and I'm sure there would have been some men out there. There's lesser men out there that would have still, pulled one for the team and let in. But yeah, that would.
Yeah. Like, and what is the nicest way of like saying, sorry, I don't want to date you, like, to go like that,
I just gave her a high five and said, well done. She knew what the hell she was doing. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Like, like, you're like, it's like false advertisement. Like, what am I supposed to be, like, polite to you after you wasted all my time? Like, come on now.
Yeah, it's false advertisement. How did they call that? Sorry, I forgot that term. There is a term called after a fish. You know what I'm talking about, probably.
No, well before AI, Dalio. Well before that.
Oh yeah. This too. Last time I used one was like 2017 to 18 or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
The trick is, like, what the women do is, like, when they're like they know they'll take a picture and, like, their face will be like this close to the camera with the filter. And then when you see them in real life, it's like, oh, come on, you're a big back. That's where big back came in. But bro, I'm not like, I'm not 200 pounds, so it's like I can't be dating someone that's too.
Yeah, like
we could throw you in the air and you go flying.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Video chat. You gotta, like, there are so many frauds out there. Like, so whenever someone doesn't want to video chat, like, after you've been properly introduced, that's like, you gotta say bye bye. Oh, catfish. Yeah. That's the one. I thought that was. I once got catfished by an actual catfish. Someone dropped their phone in the river with a dating left open. Wow, and you found it. Yeah, catfishing. Yeah.
I'm a lot more timid these days. You know what I mean? I'm a lot more timid. I think I'd be more polite nowadays. My wife said I was a bit of an asshole early on, a bit of a frat boy, kind of a douchebag. So I've toned over the. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm not good at, like, sometimes you gotta first, when you meet someone, you gotta talk nice. You gotta give them compliments, and you gotta pretend like you like everything about them, more or less. So, but I can do that only in the beginning. like briefly, but sooner or later, if I don't like something about a person, I'll say it, if it bothers me, really, of course. So yeah, that's that's not a good quality if you're gonna, go out there on the into the dating world, and
Yeah.
I'm a little too honest. Yeah.
Yeah. Go out dancing.
Yeah. Well, like when I was also like young, really young, it was still like very common or possible just go out, somewhere in the nightclub or so and just meet someone but now it's, I don't know, it's just like, I think people who cook up there, it's like only for one night and that's it. Like, that's how it's become now. Like before, you could meet your girlfriend there. Now it's only on either on dating apps or, I don't know, a coffee shop. No, I don't think so. Not in Norway anyway. At a bar, yeah. Well, the problem here also, what makes it so hard in Oslo, in Norway, like usually if you go out to a bar and you see a pretty girl who is like, it's very hard to see a girl sitting by herself, and they usually go there because they have a date. They don't go out to look for dates. They do it online now. So that's what has become, why it has become to do it the old-fashioned way. Look for a woman or a girl, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't like this dating app BS. But sometimes, yeah, maybe I'll be forced to try it. I don't know. Well, we'll see. When you're young, you go that. Yeah. As you get older, that's true. It's hard to meet people. Well, they still have these, like, for instance, I know this woman who's over 50 and she just found this site which is like for 50 plus people, dating site, and she's already had luck twice. Yeah. Everyone has expected.
What's your ideal age for a woman, Boz? Like, perfect world, you know what I mean? 2026, you find the love of your life. Like, what's her age range?
You mean right now? No, it wasn't my mom. Right now. It was our cleaning lady. Right now, like, I think ideal would be for me to someone like, let's say, late 30s to, I don't know, mid 40s. I don't know, something like that.
Kids or if she had kids, because a lot of women at that age already have children. Would that be a deal breaker for you?
Yeah. That would be a little, hard and complicated. Then you gotta think about, are they gonna like me? I gotta, really put on a good show in front of their kids, and
what percentage of women
love me?
what
and that
30 to 45% range do you think already have children? Because that narrows your options down quite significantly, right?
Yeah, it does. And then it says something. Okay, I gotta lower it. Yeah, just kidding. I mean, yeah, but yeah, I don't want someone who's like 28 or I want someone who is mature. Really, I mean, mature both, mentally and emotionally. And our kids from previous relationships a deal breaker for me? Yeah, it's a genuine question. Yeah, chasing unicorns. Well, it doesn't have to be. I mean, but yeah, it's a little hard to find. All right, are you telling me to give up? Okay, I give up.
Have stepkids.
I know. I'm aware.
Yeah, it was change for me at first, but now it's like it's a beautiful. So, but yeah, initially I was thinking, oh yeah, I would never do that. I can't see myself doing. But at this point, yeah, it,
Depends how big the kids are, right? So if a woman, let's say she's 44, right, she'll probably have kids that are already kind of more adult, or in their late teens. So that's all right. But like kids, real kids, yeah, that I don't want. I don't think I would want to deal with them.
and I think for me it was
Or
a little
even
bit.
if they are like in that age.
No, go ahead.
What? Sorry. No, I'm finished.
Go ahead.
I mean, you gotta deal. Also when they are in that age, 15, 16. How they are like, yeah, really a lot of attitude. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I wouldn't.
All I was gonna say is for me, I think it was easier because I was raised by my stepmom. So for me, I guess it felt a little more natural moving into a step parent. But in my mind, there. Yeah, I won't get too in depth, but yeah, it's a very copacetic, actually easy situation. And in many cases, man, it takes a tribe, to raise somebody nowadays. So I think a mature man, like sure of himself, mature woman, yeah, you can navigate that.
Yeah, it all depends on the kids. Sometimes you really connect with them. You really form a great relationship. I mean, yeah.
That's
can be.
Kids are shit. That's true. It really does. Kids too. If the kids are like base kids, yeah, no, we're not doing all that.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility too, and when they are not yours, biologically, yeah. I mean, but yeah, kudos to people who are willing to raise, let's say, someone else's kids. Yeah. Really, I really respect those people.
Yeah. Yeah, because to be honest, man, my stepmom, I wasn't raised by my mom. I was raised by my stepmom. That my stepmom is the one that taught me how to read, write, hold utensils. She took care of me when I was sick, the whole thing, So I owe a lot to my stepmom. So I reached out first before my own mother, it was like pulling hair, try to find where my real mom was at, So, yeah.
Yeah. Another thing is why I don't think I would function so well with women kids, because of certain medications that I take and other stuff. I can get suddenly a little angry, and I don't think I would have enough patience with noisy kids. Let's say I would probably lose it and start screaming and stuff like that. So I'm a little sensitive, yeah, when it comes to that. Okay, he's back. Where'd the hell?
Go?
Oh, here I am.
Okay, what happened?
Oh, now I'm on the top.
Internet happened.
The chat is divided.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like you were
supposed to be the idea.
I don't know if it was on your end or my end. I didn't want to like interrupt you or say anything, but I caught the gist of what you were saying. You were saying that you didn't know if you had the patience to not spaz out and on kids if they were being too loud or whatever. And I'll tell you, man, that's why I like that both my wife's and I's family are like 2 hours away. They're not in our house all the time, so we do get a decent amount of quietness. But at the same time, man, I kind of like having a loud house. Like, to be honest, like when I'm alone now, I enjoy it for like 4 or 5 hours. After 4 or 5 hours and it's too quiet, I'm ready for them to come back home. I'm ready to have the noise in the house, to hear the movement, like when things just in a weird way, man, things feel
that's true.
Like, I don't know, it brings like a certain like fulfillment in and of itself when everybody's in the house and everyone's safe, or everyone like I don't know. It's kind of a weird feeling that I can't really.
Yeah, I can relate to. In my own way, I can relate to that.
Oh, your audio's out, Boz.
What? You don't hear me? Hello? Can you hear me, people?
Yeah, still no audio, brother.
That's weird.
It's just me.
Yeah, maybe just you. Tell me, you people in the chat, if you hear me. I hope not. I don't think it's me. Okay, Dan.
Oh, so it's me then? Oh, okay, everybody
Yeah.
can hear Boz. Okay, so it's me. So I'll dip and then come back.
Yeah, right.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, because your sound was kept like being a little choppy at times. All right. Yeah, there he has some problems with his mic. Unfortunately, Mike has problems with his mic. So where was I? All right, I'm just gonna wait till it comes back.
Hello.
Hello again.
I was having problems with my internet. I reset the router.
Here he is. He's back. Hey, do you hear me now?
Back like a heart attack.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, when I was like, when my father died and all that, I was left with my mother. I was like almost 30, and I liked being by myself when she would go for work, or I didn't work back then, not always. But then, of course, after a while, I would want her back home. Of course, I would look forward to her getting back, at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that's how I can relate to that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's all I was saying. Like no one's in my house now, so it's like I love it because I know I have an empty house and I'm not necessarily on a time constraint for the live stream. But at the same time, like once I'm ready, like once the sun starts going down, I want everybody home, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. It's a great thing to have a family. I mean, it can be exhausting, but at the end, like, you're never alone. That's very good. I had this little kind of era, let's say, when I was really having a hard time about being not alone, but it felt like it in a way, and I didn't have many friends. I didn't know anybody. That was before I met you, all you guys too, and then I was like, oh, I wish I had a family, wish I had a wife and kids, and yeah, now that is gone, that part of my life, fortunately, because it felt terrible, really. But now
highlight Nano Reaper's comment.
Oh yeah, he always has some good comments.
That's a decent. I want to get the chat's opinion on that. X's or X's for a reason. If someone is still involved, so frame what you mean by involved. So, or is he talking about X's, like two X's, neither of them have children, or X's and they do have a child together? Because it's almost selfish if you would expect that person to not have any interaction if they have kids together, right? You're almost doing harm to the kid in a sense. So I kind of want to get what his opinion on that is. I would agree if they're just exes with no kids, then yeah, there's no reason to have any
involved other than kids involved. Yeah, sometimes it can be hard to just break it off completely, like that kind of tie you have.
I agree with Kevin on that. I don't think that men can be friends with women in the real world. Maybe online it's different, but
yeah,
like in the live stream space, maybe.
Hmm.
Most guys, they want given the opportunity, they're fuck that woman. So like, I'm not trusting my wife with any guys unless he's like a blatant open homosexual.
Yeah.
If he's like super gay,
you wouldn't trust your wife with balls?
I don't know if I would trust my wife with any guy, but that's a loaded question. Yeah. I don't know about. Neron's gonna say something stupid. Yeah. Not on Discord, Boz. I ain't trusting you on Discord talking to my wife.
All right, I'm a Discord hunter. Demon.
He's a Discord demon.
He's a Discord demon.
That's weird. Like, yeah, that was what
I'm
talking
definitely
about.
not trusting. I'm definitely not trusting Kevin around my wife because
Yeah, I
Kevin.
wouldn't either. I would not either.
He's a good looking guy. I'll give that to him. I think he's a good
It's
looking
not
guy.
just that, but
Yeah.
he's money burner.
No. I talk shit. He's married, has a kid. He would never. But yeah, I would like to think he
talk
would never.
shit about
But
it
yeah,
too.
yeah.
No, I like to talk shit about it too. He's actually doing a good job with being boss's wrench.
Well, he's got a whole
hasn't done
shrine.
anything bad.
I
He
can
has
say
quite
this: my mother was pretty jealous of. My dad had a job. It was pretty high up, like, and then he had of course, a secretary, and there would be like beautiful women around sometimes, and she would get very jealous, of course, even though he never cheated, but yeah, that can be a problem for a.
When they get jealous of you just going to the store, that's when it becomes a problem.
So Dan said, what if the other sex friend is very ugly? See, a lot of women date ugly guys. You know what I mean? Like, what if the dude's hung like a horse? Or what if he has like an 850? What if he has like an 850 credit score and, a successful, thriving, multi-million-dollar business, Like, there's a lot of factors here at play.
Your wife is gonna meet other men in real life. Is she allowed to talk to men? Yeah, well, no, just kidding. Of course, she should be allowed to have like colleagues, all that, so just a working friend, and
yeah.
But sometimes even that can escalate. That can escalate.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, have you ever had a fiance? Boss, have you ever proposed? Have you ever proposed to a woman? When you do, are you gonna use your mom's ring?
Yeah, probably. Why?
I'm just wondering. Curiosity. Besides, your parents and friends would like to know more about it.
Like here in Norway, it's very common to just live together without being married. And I was always a fan of that, to be honest, because once you're in a marriage that doesn't go well, then the divorce, it can be very messy. If you have kids, they take it very hard, And any split is hard on the kids, but especially a divorce, like going to the court and fighting for the custody and all that. So in that way, I think it's better if you are not married. I mean, but of course, some people that are conservative will frown upon that. I know, but this was a little bit different kind of topic, but still a little related, I think.
It's almost better to live with somebody. It's almost better to live with somebody.
Marriage is a big commitment, huge. Yeah, definitely. But like where I come from, they are very conservative, so no, like it's a no over there. Jealousy.
Yeah, I want to know what somebody's habits are.
Trust, no. I mean, if you are the less attractive one in a marriage, let's say, and let's say your wife, it's always the wife usually that's more attractive, but your wife meets men that look better than you on a daily basis. She works with men that are more attractive, so then the jealousy, kicks in, and yeah.
I think it's better. I think it's better for the woman to be. I think it's better for the woman to be the more attractive person in the relationship versus the guy being the attractive one, always having to to validate their woman. I don't know. When you go out, and at least in my opinion, that's how I feel.
Yeah, you got to know the person first. You know, many people rush into a marriage. They think they know each other well enough, but then it turns out no. Yeah, for sure. If anybody would like to hop on and discuss with us, you are free to. But first, you gotta tell me. I don't want to drop the link and then have some kind of troll lurking backstage.
Is my working?
Too bad about Mike's problems. Yeah, about with his equipment. Yeah, money. No, I don't want money. My sound is going in and out. Sorry, I was moving away. Maybe that's why from the computer. Hello.
Bro, I feel like it's amateur hour. I don't know what the point is of buying $1,000 laptop if it's not gonna like work appropriately. I don't know if I need to get a new microphone. I'm using a Yeti Pro USB, but I don't know if it's just like disconnecting. But it was like a delay. Like, and I didn't want to like talk and like throw the flow of the stream off when I started talking. So I just went ahead and jumped out and jumped back in to cure the latency.
I was like leaning backwards. Maybe that's why she didn't. I thought that I didn't hear me well for a moment. Christine heard you were fine. Yeah. Bot trolling or not, or bot. I think more than half of marriages started because of a 9 month or are start of a 9-month problem that always end in catastrophe. Yeah, a little pessimistic view of it, but yeah, there are definitely marriages. Then
I don't understand his.
Yeah.
Boz, it's fine. I smell it could be issue with StreamYard. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like the camera on my MacBook Air looks nice. I've never had any issues with this microphone. I did a live stream on my end and it worked fine, but it's cut out multiple times. Dahlia might be onto something. I didn't charge my AirPods prior, so who knows?
Come on, Jim. Look what he wrote there. Thanks. Yeah, people. We were now down on marriage. Yeah, I mean talking about marriage.
Drop the link. See who joins, boss.
No, Well, I'm afraid to do that because we might get an unwanted person, but I can just ban them if they try.
You can clip it, and put it on your channel if it happens.
Would anybody like to hop on? Just tell me. I don't think they want to hop on. Kevin was the only guy who. Kevin. Yeah, I think he would take over too much. Too bad, Neil. I thought Neil would want to be too, but no, he said no. He doesn't want to participate. Well, we're fine either way. I think we pretty much, got to the bottom of it. I mean, we had a nice debate now.
Chat was pretty nice, right? Chat was pretty chill. What would you say? All in all, pretty decent stream, right, boss?
I'm very impressed with the chat. Definitely, yes.
Everyone's on their good behavior. It's a very serious topic,
Yeah. Yeah, I think nobody has the courage to be genuine. Well, go ahead. You can hop on or just say your piece. Hell yeah.
That's what I was trying to imply. Like, someone can hop on and say how we're full of shit and I can debate it. I didn't really get pressed too hard back by anybody. I could have, you know what I mean? Obviously I'm on the side of love, but that's because I've had both experiences,
Yeah. I think I think love, like many people, especially young people, have a naive view on what love is. Love isn't this movie romantic thing, really. That's just a fantasy, really. It's something that you build up in your head, in your brain, and
Yeah, most people
yeah, a lot
don't
of
know
it
what they
has
want either.
to, yeah, a lot of it has to do with the rush of the dopamine. You know, when you feel, when you see a girl that is beautiful, let's say, for instance, and you think, oh, I'm in love, you know, but it's just that excitement, you know, and then it sends signals from your brain to your brain, and then to your heart, and yeah,
The new
you think
generation's cooked, bro. The new generation's cooked. They're gonna have AI, sex chat bots.
yeah,
You know, like that's coming. That's coming, and people are gonna be even more disconnected than ever. The concept of actually talking to a woman in real life is gonna be so foreign to them. They're not even gonna have that ability to do that. And it's gonna emotionally stunt people because they're gonna be so addicted to the dopamine fix of what they're getting online that
mm,
it's going to create an unrealistic standard for women and for men alike. It already exists, and I think it's just going to
that's
extrapolate even further out and
yeah,
create more disconnect. At least that's how my opinion is. And then people are going to get hurt, and then they're not going to have
mm,
the emotional intelligence to be able to get over that hurt, which is why people give up on love in the first place. So, and a lot of people are not willing to do the
yeah.
work. That's at least my. I never wanted to cut someone's hair so bad.
Whose hair? Mine, maybe. I mean, that's the unrealistic expectations are to blame for, I think, probably at least 90% of heartbreak today, or maybe even more. 95,
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. And so, yeah, that's the thing. And as I said, yeah, the bar is set too high because of this thing with AI and internet dating. And yeah, the bar
And the
is,
statistics,
yeah, they
the
just
statistics aren't in
crave too
favor.
much. Yeah. And then the girl, let's say a girl, oh, she's got to have a guy that's a 9 or a 10. She finds a guy, 9 or 10, but then she realizes his personality, maybe he's boring or, you know, not a nice guy. Then she tries to find a nice guy, but then something else disappoints her about him. And because they want someone who is almost perfect, I think, many of them, people in general. And yeah, hot
I can see why
people
people would be
always.
I can see why a man would be risk avert to marriage, though. The statistics aren't in their favor. In many ways, it does feel like a bad contract, a contract that they end up losing in if the marriage is dissolved. And then if you have kids, 9 times out of 10, you know, again, a man should pay child support if he has a kid, but at the same time, you know, that's yeah. It's not in the favor of men in terms of marriage, but
No.
make it work, you know, and you got to make sure if you do decide to get married, that is a big risk, right? Because you're assuming that this person is going to love you and is going to relatively be the same person you married. Generally, women try to change men into their version of what they want to be, whereas men, we want the woman that we married or are with to kind of stay the same, be the same person that we met. At least that's
Yeah,
my opinion. I could be totally wrong, but yeah.
there's the other. Yeah, the other sad reality about marriage is that people can't change. Yes, I mean, I know this. I have a Facebook friend from UK, and she was like, now she's dating someone that I met first, and I had him as a friend. So I asked him. I know that she's divorced. She has 3 children grown up, and I'm like, why did she split from him? Did he cheat on her? Like, and then he said, no, they just changed too much, and that's all. They agreed to divorce because They just weren't the same people anymore, and couldn't relate to each other anymore. So that happens too.
Yeah.
But it's seldom that people really want to admit that, and first realize it and then admit it and say, all right, then maybe we shouldn't be together anymore.
Yeah, but I think people they're again, it has to do with emotional intelligence because and no offense to women, but women are emotional creatures and they base what reality is based on how they are feeling at that moment. And feelings aren't not I come across sometimes as an asshole to my wife, but I tell her, I was like, your feelings are valid, but that doesn't make them rational. Like the way you're feeling now is not how you're gonna be feeling an hour from now. Like, and you have to draw from something else. You can't just go strictly off of emotion, and that's when you can kind of see sometimes things go south. Is when they're like, oh, I don't feel this way, or I don't feel, or I do feel, and it's like, okay, like again.
Yeah,
you know.
And then there's this, I was looking at a photo of this girl from Instagram and really beautiful, beautiful, a knockout. But then, all right, well, Dalia wants us to drop the link. And then it just struck me. And I said to myself, I don't think this girl is really getting much sex, because these really hot girls nowadays that have OnlyFans and all that, they are just, like dolls, to be honest. And they don't have much of a life outside of internet. I think that's really sad. So, okay, now we're gonna hear the truth from Dalia. Prepare, people.
She's probably an AI creation. Facts. Yeah, there's people out there gooning to AI, like fake AI, like women, like humanity is so cooked, bro.
Yeah. Well, I don't think she is, but maybe they use these filters and stuff to look more perfect, and definitely.
No, what I'm talking about is they now have like women that are like women, like AI like creations. They're take to where they look like women, and they have whole Instagram accounts, and guys are on there commenting and liking, really under the assumption that this is a real person. Like you can't even know what is real versus not real anymore.
No.
It's a thing. Yeah.
That's why I am very, very, very skeptical about internet dating.
Yeah, as you should be.
All right. See you, Christine. Thanks for being here. AI catfished, yeah. Definitely, Yoshi. Yeah, I met this, not met, but when I first started looking for dates online, I got a message from this really good looking woman that was around my age too. And yeah, of course, it was too perfect to be true. And she was like, really nice. And then later on, I go to her profile, it says profile banned. So there you go. You can imagine why. Yep.
Yeah, because you're scamming men out of money.
Yeah. They also lie about their age sometimes. I think because
many years ago, that to be careful with those creepy women that will scam him out of money and pretend to be the certain picture, but they're really some lady that's married or a man in another country.
No, that's true. I follow this this channel on YouTube. I think it's called Catfish, and it's like a bunch of Nigerian guys taking people's social media pictures. Like they claim to be doctors and attorneys, and they're reaching out to widows and older ladies, reaching out to them in the online dating community. And they're saying, "Oh, I'm building a hospital in Kenya right now." and I'm stuck out here because of my passport. Can you like send me some money? And they do it, bro. They get addicted to that dopamine high of having somebody reach out to them. Deep down, they have to know it's fake, but they're so addicted to the idea of having somebody to talk to that these women are like, they're giving their social securities and then their whole entire retirement away to these people. And even when they are when it's brought up and proven to be fake from this catfish team, they show like, this is a fake person, this is the actual person's Instagram. Like, a lot of them are so addicted to it that they refuse to believe it. They stay in denial and they continue for months and months, even after that, to give them money.
Oh yeah, and it goes both ways. I've seen, like on Dr. Phil and stuff, like about these women who have been like cheated. Also, like I remember once it was a little older woman, not a young one, poor thing, and she met this guy who she just, I think they wrote letters or something. I don't know. They talked on the phone, and he said that he was in the Air Force, and then he sent her a picture of himself, and she found out it was a picture of this old-time actor. So
yeah, Yoshi's right. There you go. I think that's what my next door neighbors. I think that's what my next door neighbors are doing. They got 3 BMWs, and that phone never works. I think they're running a romance. I think they're running a romance scam next door.
Yeah, seems like that it has problems logging on. Let's see.
How long you going live, boss?
I don't know. We'll see where it goes, where it takes us. I don't think it's too much longer anyway. Yeah.
Are you planning on doing more stuff like this or what?
Yeah, if I get the idea for the right topic, some topics you think in your head, oh, they would be good to discuss, but then when you try to do them, it's a little hard, because you have to have the right guests, and the chat must respond to stuff like that. Or it is good if it does respond. So yeah, she's willing to fly. Yeah, I knew this guy, from Spain, that he lived in the UK, and he was really scammed badly. I mean, he had a girlfriend, but she made him ask his mother to send her money. And then when she got the money, then later she took his money and just ran, flew.
Took off, yeah.
Yeah, off.
I've never been scammed by a woman before. I've never been scammed by a woman before, but I have just, I've been scammed in general, where someone takes your identity and you have to shut your cards down and get a new card, but never in that sense.
Yeah.
Ask her what her cooking skills. Do you have to? Is your future woman, boss? Do you require her to know how to cook, or are you good enough around the kitchen that you would do it, or what?
No, I mean, it's a little different. If she has to work, of course, then I would have to cook. But I like that a woman knows how to cook anyway. She doesn't have to be really top kind of gourmet cook. But I don't really respect women that can't cook. Simply, that's how I am.
All right. Well, shit. If Dahlia wants to hop on, I can stay on a little bit longer, boss. But should I said about an hour and a half, man? I think I've.
She asked for a link, but now she's not here. I wonder what's going on. Oh, AM. Hey, buddy. Cooking is important for lust.
AM, the rat king.
What?
The way to a man's heart is through his stomach. At least mine is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I like.
That's
cooking.
why I learned how to cook.
Yeah.
That's why I learned how to cook. That was something I had to learn at age 18 because my parents never taught me, and I learned, and I was good at it. So I'm like, yeah. I bake all my friends' cakes. You can ask boss.
The way to a man's heart is a warm meal and a good blowjob. will be happy forever.
Exactly.
That's really
Amen.
We are very simple creatures.
The way to a woman's heart is your wallet and your love.
That's true.
Mm.
That's true. Yeah. My wife she went and got her nails done. She takes
Ooh, are they pretty though? Are they pretty?
Yeah. Yeah. They look good. They look good. I like them. Yeah. She gets her nails done every month though. So that's kind of like
me too.
Just whatever. Yeah.
If you have your nails done, it means you care about your hygiene and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Nano Reaper says the way to a man's heart is no gag reflex. What do you think that means, Boz?
I know what that means.
What?
Like when they brush your
no
teeth?
No gag reflex.
Yoshi and Anna. Yeah, Anna, she had to, she wasn't able to participate.
How you can tell if someone has a gag reflex is have them smoke a dab and then listen to them after. That's how you know.
Yeah. I was gonna say something very degenerate, but we're not gonna go there.
Oh yeah, don't forget this is Boz's channel. We can't do that here.
I respect the house rules, Boz. I respect the house rules, man. I'm not gonna let this go off.
We can do that on AM's channel or Cuddle's channel or whoever else is.
Yeah, like I'm the more respectable one. Yeah, right.
Boz is classy. He's high class in the category of white
classy too.
Just kidding. I'm the high class in the category of white trash.
Yeah, I'm a dumb Texas hick, so yeah, I'm not.
Nah. Never date a woman who doesn't respect your girlfriend. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
Jimbo loves to bait. He's wearing a collared shirt, yeah, and
all right, Boz. Well, I think in Texas L is Nano Reaper from Texas? What part of Texas is you from, man?
I'm
Houston and Austin, so yeah, born and raised, homegrown. I don't think I would ever live in another state to be fair. But yes, Boz, I think I think I'm getting a little tuckered out, man. I'll probably follow along in the chat, but I was hoping more people were gonna hop on and we could kind of like really go back and forth. But
I know what's going on with Dahlia. She's probably having problems getting through the StreamYard wall.
Or she wanted to tease us.
No, I don't think
tease. So. What a stream tease.
We'll see.
All right, brother. Well, I'm gonna hop off, man. Like I really appreciate you sharing your platform with me. It's been a pleasure, Kay. I think this is the longest stream we did together. I think it went well. South Texas coast, south of Houston, north of Corpus Christi. Yeah, my stepmom lives on Crystal Beach, so yeah, very familiar. Yeah, we went to Corpus Christi last summer actually, so and then Padre. But yeah, Boz, I really appreciate it, man. Maybe Kay will hop back on, but yeah, always a pleasure, brother.
All right, thanks, man. You really made the stream better. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Hey, appreciate the chat. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah.
All right, later.
All right, you too. See ya. Suddenly I'm left alone. Well, I don't know what's going on with Dahlia, why Kay disappeared suddenly, but yeah, I think we're gonna have to end it soon, unless Mike is a really good guest, really classy, respectful. Yeah, Kay too. I don't like guests who just like to take over and like interrupt. He's not that kind, of course. Definitely not. Internet messed up today. It must be with Dahlia as well. Well, we're gonna wait just a little more and then, yeah. I mean, Kay, you will probably get back on it too. Well, I really liked our discussion. I think we touched on some good. We had some good discussion, good points. This is, of course, a topic which is always very relevant. Okay, he's back now.
Back, like a heart attack.
Oh, no, don't do it. I hate. What's that? Now I hear myself. I don't want to hear myself.
You hear yourself
Yeah.
right now?
Yeah.
Do you still hear the echo?
Yes.
Oh.
What the hell is going on? Really something weird going with the internet StreamYard going on. Yes, Yoshi. Yeah, well. Let's see, Cave. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. No, it's all right.
Echo?
No.
That's good.
Oh. Yeah, fart. Oh my god, that was
I thought
brutal.
that was a good stream so far.
Yeah.
Mike did awesome.
Yeah. I love talking to Mike, and always.
He's a good guest.
Yeah, really good guest. Great to have him on. I think it's better this way if we had like no disrespect to Anna, but if there would be too much back and forth, if we had 4 people like here from the start, and this is better. I think everybody gets to say enough. Thanks, man. Yeah, cool guy. Yeah, well, it doesn't seem like Dalia is gonna join us, so
No.
yeah. Well, all right. All right, nothing else to do but 2-3 is good. But end the stream now since we are pretty much out of things to say.
Yeah.
Maybe she can join if someone wants. Nah, I don't. I was just joking.
Join us backstage.
Join us backstage. You got the link there. So yeah. All right. See you all, guys. All right. I really enjoyed
We're having
myself.
a backstage salad party. I'm eating salad.
Hey, Al. This is Al Star, by the way. He's a Greek guy. Burner is trigger happy. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you all right soon, and thank you all for joining us in this debate. All right. Yeah, maybe he should.
Yes, he should. He's a mod on mine.
Yeah, let's just keep it going for a couple more minutes. The chat isn't ready to give up yet. Just a couple more. Oh, just a little bit. Hey, Dushan, how are you? What the hell? This is not Dahlia. You gotta turn on your camera if you want me to let you on. Thalia. I mean, just so I see it's you. Nah, this is not her. I don't think she would call herself this. Turn the camera on. This is weird. This person has an avatar of a cat backwards. What the fuck? All right, well. Apple pie and cold milk. If that is really you, then you can write it in the chat at least. Confirm it.
Show us your butthole. We have to be sure it's you.
Maybe we should do it backstage. Yeah, I think it's better now. The discussion is oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, yes, Mike. And this person is muted with her camera off. What the fuck? That can't be her. No way. All right, you know what? Let's end it now. Okay.
All right.
See
Hope
you guys.
Have a great day.
Have a great day and night. All right. Bye.
Bye. Show us your butthole.